Alright, here we are for the finals. Round 3, we'll go ahead and give our opponent our classic line. One day I'm going to like misspell something and it's just going to spell the end for me. Yeah, this hand looks pretty good. V2 Guild Mage, Knightly Valor, Courses Accord, I think that's pretty good. That is pretty good. And our opponent mulled a 5. That's pretty bad on the play for him. But we'll see what he's got for us. No Cackler. Okay. So, let's see. We can pretty much put anything out right now and not really worry too much about it. So we'll go ahead and play out this Plains. And I mean, I guess we just slam down the V2 Guild Mage. Because right now he's moving kind of slow. She may even be able to sneak in for 2 damage. And realistically, I mean, if he has any kind of removal, V2 Guild Mage is going to go ahead and draw it out. So yeah, there's a V2 Guild Mage. We do have a turn 4 play at least. And then a 5 and 6 play. So that's not bad. Yeah, chain walking is pretty good. It does, however, still mean that we can swing in for 2 with the V2 Gazi, which is fine. Wow, growing ranks. Things might start getting out of hand. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and rush in here. And that's all we got right now. When he comes in, I mean, you could say something like, you know, Savage Surge of V2 Guild Mage, but I really, really don't want this guy to die quite yet if he has, like, basically any kind of destruction. And then by turn, you know, by turn 4, we'll be stabilizing out pretty good, so that should be fine. We'll have things like a Towering Indrik on tap to basically block out for us. So that'll be pretty good. Yeah, see, Rixmati Guild Mage is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Yeah, there's not too much I can do about that. Can go ahead and drain me for 1 here, put me down to 16. But in retrospect, I can actually swing in with this Rixmati Guild Mage, and that'll be pretty good. Okay, so we have our black mana now, which is fine. We can go ahead and play that. And then we can go ahead and swing in here. If he blocks, that would be fantastic. I really don't think he's going to. Oh, maybe he will. Wow, okay, well, yeah, this is this is something that I would definitely utilize a Savage Surge for. Getting rid of the Rixmati is just going to make the math a lot easier in my head, especially when he's down to only 2 cards. He'll get his other 3 damage here, which is fine. But we're going to start getting things like Knightly Valor out. Yeah, the Annihilating Fire is pretty good too. But that's fine. Basically, that means that we just kind of traded card for card there. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw down an Indrik and see where that gets us. We'll go ahead and leave Giant Growth Man open. And I think I would definitely go ahead and block here, just because it would be pretty bad. See, now if he played that earlier, I would not have played my Swamp. Man, Dreadbore. Everyone's getting the Dreadbores. Alright, so he's out of cards now. So yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and lay down the law here with the Courses Accord. Problem being, though, that he can swing in with the Sewer Shambler unimpeded, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I basically have to utilize my guy here. I just can't keep taking those 3 damages. That's not good. So Karazda Guildmage, however, is good. So let's see here. We can Knightly Valor, or we can Growing Ranks and Karazda Guildmage. I think that's the play. Well, let me double check. Maybe we can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we can. Okay, so that's not bad. So let's go ahead and swing in here. Yeah, I think we should be all right. And then a Karazda Guildmage should be pretty good for us. He's got us on a pretty good clock here, though, with this Sewer Shambler. So, like, a Centaur Healer would be really, really valuable right about now. I think we're at a point now where we have to basically lay this down. And if we rush in here for 7, which is I think pretty much what we're going to have to do, we've got to race as fast as humanly possible. I actually even could have given my guy there an extra little benefit, but this is fine because now I can give him a benefit if he has like another Annihilating Fire for one of my Centaurs. So Explosive Impact and the Sewer Shambler actually kills us. We'll see if he hangs back. Yeah, he's going in. So maybe he does have the Explosive Impact. That'd be pretty bad. And I think he does. Nope, Spawner X Made. Okay. And then a V2 Guildmage. Alright, so let's see if we can kill him here. I think we can. I'm pretty sure we can. Let's see. So, if we buff this guy up and we make him have Intimidate, he can't be blocked, and then he'll be a 6, and then at least some more damage gets in. Yeah, that should be the end. Let's go ahead and give it a shot here. Let's go ahead and use this now. And barring some sort of like life gain or something I'm not seeing, that should be the end. Alright, yeah, see, that was it. Okay, so that was a close game. Actually, that Sewer Shambler really messed us up. So I'm going to have to be cognizant of that. So he does have things like Dreadbore, Annihilating Fire, a couple other cards. Wow, we were drawn into a bunch of land. I mean, we had another V2 Guildmage coming up, but which would have been, like, insane. Or rather, we already had one, I should say, but we had other things coming up, which would have been pretty good. Okay, so, like, the question would remain, do I get rid of black and just stay straight green-white? I don't think I do. I would get rid of the Stab Wound, I would get rid of the Karazda Guildmage, but essentially this Karazda Guildmage is, like, really winning games for us. And I think he or she or whatever it is just needs to kind of stay in the deck right now, because, like, it's like if they have a way to infinitely block our attacks, unless we have like an Armada Worm out, we don't have a lot of ways to get through. I mean, we have this aerial attacks, which are good, but just being able to give something like Intimidate against like a black-red creature like that was really huge. So I think we can kind of stick where we are right now. We'll go ahead and submit this and see where it goes. I mean, with a deck like this, you kind of just... I mean, there's not like a whole lot else I can think of to do with the deck. Oh, man. We're going to draw. We have things like Drudge Beetle, which is fine. So I don't think we're going to go ahead and mulligan this. We only have like 4 black sources, so the chances of us drawing either a green or a white are okay. I think we're going to go ahead and keep, since we're on the draw. We've got a couple of live draws. Like a green would be really good. I mean, if we start getting things like Karaz the Guildmage and then we start pulling our green, that would be good too. So, yeah, see, there's our green, so that's not too bad. That was really fortunate. So we can at least get things like a Drudge Beetle out and have something on turn 2. So we don't see a Rixumati Guildmage. There's a Selesnya Guildgate. So I could play that, but we don't have anything for turn 3 right now. We have this Avenging Arrow. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play out this Drudge Beetle. An argument could have been made to get like the Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage out, but she doesn't do anything until she has at least 4 mana, so that's not terrible. So delaying her hitting the board isn't like the worst thing I can think of. Rakdu's Keyrune is pretty good. Alright, so now we can actually play this Selesnya Guildgate and be alright. And I pretty much think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And we even have things like Savage Surge for this Rakdos Keyrune. That could be pretty cool. But let's go ahead and rush in here. But he also has things like Annihilating Fire and stuff. It really just kind of depends on what he does here. He does have 5 mana open. So could see things like the Rakdos Ragemut. Yep, there he is. Man, Rakdos Ragemut. So that's going to be really fortunate because we're going to get to Savage Surge and basically kill that. And that was a pretty good trade, I think, for us. Alright, well, yeah, we can play out our Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage. We can swing in here for 2 and try and negate a little bit of the life gain that he had. So now we need to really start seeing some mana. That would be pretty good. A white mana is fine. A green mana also fine just because we have this Guildgate. Yeah, Stab Wound's pretty fortunate. Ooh, and a Rixumati Guildmage, also very good. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and rush in here with our little beetle. I don't think he's going to go ahead and block with a Rixumati Guildmage. Yeah, I didn't think so. This Pegasus is pretty good. It allows us to play a Pegasus. And, well, I could also Avenging Arrow if he rushes in with the Rixumati Guildmage. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Because Avenging Arrow is kind of what we want to be using. Or Rixumati Guildmage is kind of what we want to be using Avenging Arrow on. And that might just have him tap out his turn, and he might be thinking that we have another Savage Surge, and that's why I tapped and untapped. I don't know, we'll see. No, he's going to come in. That's fine. So yeah, use up that mana. Oh, Spawn's pretty good too. But I think we pretty much just have to go ahead and kill this right now. Just because I don't really feel like having that stay around and mess with my math. Druid's Deliverance is fine. I'm not going to get any value out of it. That's kind of bad. Well, let's see here. If we keep the Pegasus around, even a giant growth and a Pegasus just loses both of our cards. Man, that really sucks. Alright, well, let's go ahead and rush in here for 2 more. It's just really unfortunate that we're getting kind of land jacked right now. We can go ahead and play our little Concordia Pegasus. So, look to be taking 6. That's not really, it's not really what I want to be doing right now. Man, I'd really like to keep Druid's Deliverance open though, to actually get like a creature out of it. Let's go ahead and take our 6 here. See what other sort of heinous creature he has. Dark Revenant, that's fine. I am fine with Dark Revenant. Stab Wound is what we wanted to be seeing. So yeah, that's pretty good. So we can actually get in Stab Wound. Let's see, if we Stab Wound this, it goes down to a 4. Druid's Deliverance. Can't block. I mean, it's still a 4/2, which is pretty good. That's still 4 damage a turn, so we're on like a 3-turn clock. Druid's Deliverance reduces that by 1. He'd be taking 2 a turn. Alright, let's go ahead and rush in here and see what happens. Let's see here. If I Giant Growth, we do 5. I plant this on, he goes to 8. Ugh, this may not be the way to do this, but... Okay, he goes to... Alright. We do this, he takes 5, he goes to 10. Stab Wound puts him down to 8. Or I could do this, he just draws Dark Revenant over again. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta start moving a little bit faster here. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh no, I'm so dumb. Oh, he can actually swing in for lethal. Well, actually, no, he can't. He's got 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, he could have like a whatchamacallit, an annihilating fire. That would be pretty bad. Well, let's see what he has. That was a real big blunder on my part there. Yeah, I think we're going to see the annihilating fire. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so I should have actually held back there. That was pretty unfortunate. Man alive. What a dumb play. That's right, though. We'll try and play better here. That's the problem. I don't want to... like letting the deck carry me through. We'll just go ahead and submit here and go in. Yeah, I forgot about the Rakdos Key Rune. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is pretty good. It gets our Cross the Guildmage out like right away, which is fine. We can go ahead and play this Guildgate. And then we've got our black mana for our Cross the Guildmage. That's pretty good. And we have our V2 Guildmage. That's pretty good too. Alright. So we've got a heck of a start here. Pretty fast. We're going to have some bears on tap. That's no good. Alright, so he wants to race again. Druid's Deliverance is good. That's not what I want to do. Let's do that. Yep, annihilating fire's pretty good. So we go ahead and rush in here for 2 more. And we'll be getting there for things like Courses of Chord. That'll be fine. He's got all of his mana now. Dredge Beetle and a Rixmati. Alright. So Dreadbore. Phantom General, you say? Sure. Alright, so he's not going in with the Drudge Beetle. That's pretty good, I guess. Splatter Thug is good, but when we get this Courses of Chord out, that's going to be really, really strong. Alright, so... what could he have here? Can't really have anything. And he doesn't quite have mana yet to do things with that. So I think we can swing in here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, so we managed to sneak a little bit extra damage in. So yeah, those are 4/4 centaurs. That's pretty good. So they can block out. If he has things like Dynacharge, that would be pretty bad. He does have some really, really premium removal in his deck, though, whereas our removal is not so great. Okay, Longlegs is pretty good, but that is going to be all his mana, so I don't really have to worry about a swing here. Another Courses of Chord is pretty good. And I think it's good to the point where we can swing in with 2. He'll probably just trade out for Golgari Longlegs. Which is fine. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured would happen. So now we can lay down another Courses of Chord. And if we start doing things like Druid's Deliverance, that's gonna be pretty good for us. Mizium Mortars would be pretty bad if he could actually get the mana out. Rixmati Guildmage would also be not so great, but let's see, I think we might see a Rakdos Ragemutt. Try and get his life total up a little bit. Yep, there's the Rakdos Ragemutt. Okay, so we have a Centaur Healer. We can actually do a couple of things now. He can double block and kill a Centaur with a Rakdos Ragemutt and a Drudge Beetle. I'm kind of okay with that, though. I think right now we just have to keep getting in there. Yeah, I think we're going to see the double block there. That's fine. Killing the Rakdos Rage Mutt first is definitely what we want to do. And yep, that's fine. So now we can throw this down. We can Druid's Deliverance, and I think that should probably be the end of the game. It depends. I'd like to see him use up all his mana here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just blow him out. So I think that's pretty much going to be it. I can't think of a whole lot that could happen here to get him out of this. He has 2 blockers. He has 5 life. Let's see. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing that he can do here. So let's go ahead and swing in. And give him the good game. Alright, so that was pretty much the end there. So yeah, not watching out for Annihilating Fire and a Rakdos Charm, or rather Rakdos Key Rune, that was pretty dumb of me. But anyway, we managed to pull it off in the end here. Got to the finals. We were up against a deck with some pretty good removal, so that was pretty heinous removal there. But our deck was also pretty heinous, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah, Growing Ranks would have been okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys will stick around. This is Roz, the MTG noob, coming at you with our sealed events, and really looking forward to Gatecrash. Hoping to get some cool new content out when that comes out, and I will see you guys later.